Well, here we are again. Hello, this is Don Polston on The Life That Wins. Have a cup of tea while we talk to each other. Good cup of tea refreshes your mind and your spirit. I want to talk to you today, if we may, and share regarding go for the giant in your life. You know, in David's life, 1 Samuel, really chapter 17, if you want to look it up, in chapter 17, it just simply says, David prevailed over the Philistine. What a history. David prevailed over the giant. David prevailed over the greatest threat of his life. I don't know what your threat may be, but if there is a threat, then you need to look at it, speak a word to it, pray over it, and then go for it. David wasn't afraid of the giant because he had already killed a bear. How big? We don't know. 1,000 pounds? He had already killed a lion. Lion is supposed to be the king of the jungles. This was just a kid out there with this few sheep. And the devil's first trick is to get you to think about how little you have, or how little you are, or how you're not among the pros. You might say to the devil, not yet. Not yet. David wasn't among the pros either. His brothers, oh yeah, they were among the pros, and all they could do was pretend they were fighting. The Bible said he went out there in a tumult just everywhere. Yes, they come out and they said to David, what are you doing out here to see the battle? And when I read that many times, I laughed to myself, and I preached it everywhere. That is, what battle? What battle are you talking about? There is no battle. You still got your sword in your sheath, you're hiding behind one another, and there's the giant, and you're saying, what battle? And there's no battle. You know, that's a strange thing, that when you face the giant, when you face that look unsurmountable, I've been there, and it's big. I have to learn in the small things that when the big things come, the same faith I used in the beginning or in the small situations, that's the same faith I'm going to use in the big thing. And I can never prove the fact that the little moves and the little faith or the little victories I had can handle the big ones until I move out. That's exactly what David did. He prevailed. So what does prevailing do? Let me quickly tell you that when you prevail, it refreshes your spirit and it refreshes everyone with you in the battle. That's big. You know, the scriptures speak about different ones refreshing St. Paul. And I'm looking in my book, really. This book is beautiful. It says, what has separated your heart? What's broke your heart? You need to get this book. It's full. You know, my writings are not storytelling. They're principles. They're concepts. And you have to understand concepts to be able to get them. So it refreshes. What did Paul say? He said, they came to me and refreshed my spirit. That is, Stephanus and Fortunus and others. They said, for they have refreshed my spirit and yours. There's a real secret there. Because when you bring the triumph back, when you show the evidence that you have triumphed over that discouraging mind, that discouraging situation, the voices you hear, you know, people would say, you hear voices? Everybody hears voices. You say, well, they're schizophrenic, or they're, no, my friend. We live in a visible and an invisible world. And these voices come from every description. Sometime from your home, your family, sometime your prayer group, sometime your professional group. You know, I have known voices that come to doctors and say you're going to fail, you're going to kill that patient, or come to business people, you'll never make it, we're not going to loan you the money. Yes? And then I hear these voices, so I must be as David, I must answer the voices. I must say to them, when the voice says to me, you were defeated, you must shout back in your spirit, I am victorious. When a voice you hear says, it's all over, hang it up, go home, you should answer back, it's not over, because I have not given up. It's not over until I'm over. That's talking back to those voices. Then you hear a voice, this sickness now is going to put you in bed for weeks and months. No, if I go to bed, I'm going to rest. And I am not going to let this thing bring me down. The other night, I was talking to our son, quite a man of faith, and his wife, and both our daughter and her husband. They all are. They're great believers. I wouldn't want to tangle with them. But I was talking to Steve, and Ann's the same way. And Victoria is her name. I love her. He said to me, when I was being examined, and said the attendant was really hurting my leg because I had phlebitis in it. And I said, you're hurting me. And no, sir, I'm not. You're hurting me. You can't hurt a vein that's got phlebitis. And so he said to me, Dad, you know what God just said to me? He said, God just spoke to me and said, Jesus made this statement, no man takes my life from me. Wow. I have power to lay it down. I got power to take it up. And you that are trying to hurt me or even ignorantly hurting me, stop. You have no authority over me. I will not let you take my life from me. I've got the power to take it up and to put it down. I heard a doctor say the other day on Fox News, a medical doctor, he was quite wise. He said, when I die and when you die, we as doctors, we're not looking at death for you, we're looking at life for you. Very good word. And then he said, when I come to die, I'm going to die healthy. I thought, well, praise God, that sounds like my own talking. I'm not going to die eaten up by worms. No, we're not going to die in languishing. No, God help us that we shall die healthy. Jesus died healthy. They killed him on the cross. St. Paul died healthy. They chopped his head off. Let me tell you something. You should have that in your spirit and your mind. Then I will do something about what I just said. I am healthy. I am blessed. I am anointed. I am victorious. I am acting my accent. What I'm accenting, I am acting. Some time ago, back in the days of Billy Graham's crusades, I was just a young fellow when Billy was in Los Angeles, where 5,000 souls came out. We thought that was humongous. It was in those days, but there was a fellow on the radio that was quite a singer. His name was Stuart Hamlin. And he was a drunk, and he was bad. And he went to the crusade, and in the whole process, he got mad at Billy and went to look him up and go and tell him so. And then when he realized that he was wrong, he said, Billy, pray for me. Billy said, no, you go pray for yourself. That's a pretty good word. The man got saved, and he got so powerfully converted that John Wayne, one of his old friends, said to him, have you truly been delivered? Are you prevailing over liquor, and you've had it all your life? And Stuart Hamlin said, yes, Christ healed me. And he turned and looked at John Wayne and said, you know, John, that's no secret what God can do. And John Wayne said, well, Stuart, you should write a song about that.